Module 5 is about the use of a system dynamics model. We'll go over the methodology to understand what are the building blocks, stocks and flows, the key pillars of the methodology, delays, nonlinearity and feedback loops, and also how to build models. There is a modeling building process that has to be considered, which is fairly similar to the policy decision-making tool that we discussed earlier. We start with issue identification, then we identify the hypotheses, the causes for change in the system, and then based on that we develop a mathematical model with stocks and flows, equations and numbers. We do validation and test alternative scenarios. These are the 5 main steps of the model building process. Each of these steps will be analyzed in detail, meaning that we want to make sure that you're able to understand how the Indonesia GEM model, the green economy model, works. And at the same time, we want to make sure that you're able to recreate potentially new modules and sectors as needed to expand and improve on the model that is currently available. So we'll go through each of these steps of the model building process to ensure that it is easy to identify stocks and flows, and that you can practice as well in creating equations based on observations of the real world. So what is being happening out there, that could be the vehicle fleet increasing or the vehicle stock going up and congestion increasing in Jakarta, for instance. This is something that can be modeled and it's not that difficult. Once the concept of stocks and flows is well understood and can be replicated in a system dynamics model. Examples will be made available, and also exercises of increasing complexity will be provided to make so that you can practice, starting from causal loop diagrams that are qualitative system maps that help understanding what is happening in the model, to proceed with more complex models that have to do with interaction of different sectors together, economy and the environment, or society and the economy, and so on and so forth, until we get to the iGEM model, where we have a series of modules that are being connected and linked together, both at the level of the national demo model and also in a more complex model when it comes to the Caltech application at the provincial level. So you'll be able to explore all the steps of the building of a system dynamics model. Why is it useful? What are its strengths and what are the weaknesses of these types of models? And then how they can be used to support policy planning, especially using a green economy approach. Because the main strength of these tools is that they integrate across sectors, so an horizontal integration, to make so that the potential consequences of policy implementation in one sector can be assessed at the level of social, economic and environmental indicators. So this also indicates that indicators and models go hand in hand. We need to have a coherent framework all geared towards the policy-making process. So we want to make sure to have tools, indicators and models that can help every single step of the policy-making process, so that decision makers can use these tools all the way through the process of formulating, assessing and implementing policies, as well as doing the monitoring and evaluation in the medium and longer term.